Hi, I'm Pam with Organizer AZ911, recording this tip clip today from inside my closet. So I'm going to apologize up front for the lighting. I don't have any windows in my closet, so the lighting's going to be a little wonky. Okay? Alright, so what I hope to accomplish in this jewelry organizing tip clip is to give you three things. One is some suggestions on what to do before you select an organizing solution. The second thing I want to do is show you a solution that I came up with for storing my jewelry. And then third, I want to offer you some warnings about what not to do, or some pitfalls you can come into contact with when trying to set up a new system. Okay, so let's go to one. I want to give you some tips on what to do before you start organizing. One of the things you need to do is think about why your current situation or solution is not working. Is it in the right place in your house? Sometimes we think something should be done in one area when actually it really doesn't work with our routine. And the other thing is, if you had a solution that used to work before but suddenly isn't working, try to think about what has happened, and then if it's temporary, maybe let it ride. But if it's something that's like more of a permanent change, then you want to try to rethink what would work best in your new circumstances. Okay, I had to do that. This is what this was set up for. I had a situation where I had to move my home office into my bedroom. So I lost my dresser and in trying to fit everything in. So I had to come up with a solution to fit everything that was in my dresser into my walk-in closet. Now I have a good sized walk-in closet, but again, you know, you have to think these things out to make sure clutter doesn't build up, the piles don't build up, and the jewelry isn't left in a knotted mess. So in transitioning my jewelry off of the top of my dresser, which had this beautiful flat surface that I could put all these neat little standing units on, I found myself having to come up with some solutions to fit what I needed now. And in this closet, although I have good shelf space back here, sitting all those units on wouldn't work. Okay, so if something changes in your life, you have to try to be creative and come up with a new solution that'll work. Okay, second thing you need to do before you select an organized solution is to consider your daily routines. And where is the best place to put this for your routine? For example, your routine of getting ready in the morning. You should always try to think about putting items where they will keep the flow going. You know, not delay you searching, or like for jewelry, untying the knots because you put it in the wrong place. So you got to consider your daily routine. Third thing you want to do before selecting a solution for your organizing needs is to take careful inventory of what you have. You don't want to go out and buy something because it looks pretty on the shelf and then get home and find out it doesn't have enough storage for your needs. Okay, so those are the three things to think about, basic things to think about before you start selecting an organized solution for your jewelry. Now, I'm going to cut the tape and take the camera off the tripod because I want to show you in detail what I did here and kind of explain why, and also some of the pitfalls that I came up or had happened to me when I was putting this up. Okay? Okay, here's the current situation, or my current solution to my jewelry organizing needs. Not one, I'm proud to say, not one hole has been put into the wall. And if for some reason this new solution I figured out doesn't work, or if I have a sudden change in my routine in the future, it can be easily brought down and relocated elsewhere. Okay, first of all, as you can see, I did all of this with some very inexpensive items. First of all, let me see if I can zoom in. Command hooks. These with a chain, which are basically your flower pot hanging kits, from flower pot hanging kits. Okay, and you can put all the earrings on there. And then I'm going to tell you about that at the end, because that was one of my favorite things I figured out how to do. But anyway, these are a different type of command hook that I used for all of my necklaces. Okay, Now, I want to show you the products just so you know if you think this solution might work for you. The first thing I got was the chain with the flower pot hanging kit, and that had the chains, and it also comes with, I think, a couple hooks, but I didn't use those. So I just attached it. See, they tell you you can use something like this, those little teacup hooks, but again, I didn't want to put holes in my wall, so I didn't use those. I did use, from Command, you've seen these, that's what I used for up there to hold the chain. Now, I will tell you one of the things that I came up with that I didn't read carefully. If you see, it says 14 hooks and 24 small strips. I thought it was 24 hooks. My bad. So carefully read your packaging. Also, it kind of goes along with that inventory thing. I knew I needed a certain amount, and I found I had to go back out to the store because I didn't get enough. Okay, the other Command hook I used, just so you get an idea, this was for all the necklaces. And again, read the package carefully. I thought it had 32 hooks. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're buying things, all right? Now, I want to tell you a little bit about this box here. I'm going to pull it off. Okay, see, those are those Command hooks again. And this box is actually a little 88-cent box I got at Walmart. It was in their office section. It's great for tiny little, the posts, the small posts. And if you look closely up here, if you don't have those big wide backings, with the big clear flat backing, I'm trying to get it in the picture, it will not, it'll fall through the chain. And even small little, let me see if I can get this in the picture. See, that is the bigger flat back. It worked, but the post was so small it fell through. So I wanted to have a place to store those little posts. So I thought, well, hook this up. And this box has got a little lip at the top. And so you can easily slip those over. And now also, if I wanted to take my posts, and if I had more of them with different colors, I could kind of go along here and just add a whole row of boxes. But I wanted to give you that idea because, like I said, this box was from Walmart, 88 cents. Staples sells them. They're really inexpensive, and with that little lip, you can hook them onto the hooks, and voila, you can store your really tiny jewelry, your earrings. Also note, and I know this is OCD, I went from top to bottom. Earrings are at the highest point, my jewelry. Next is your neck, and then finally the wrists. So that's kind of how I organize my wall. A little OCD, I admit. Okay, and then I have just one small jewelry box with my rings and such in it. So that is an organizing solution I came up with. Now the Command hooks that I found, the package of 24 hooks like these, again, were $8.88 at Walmart. $8.88, don't know why. Is that the new $9.99? Anyway, $8.88 for that. These hooks, you get a package of 14 hooks, and they were also $8.88 a box, okay? And I think the chain that I purchased was about a little over $3, okay? So all in all, not a whole lot of money to spend for an organizing solution. And it, by utilizing the wall instead of shelf space, huge. It bought me a lot more stuff I can store in my closet. So if you are pressed for space, try utilizing your walls. Go vertically, think vertically, go up the wall. They're a great storage solution if you're tight on space. Also, Command hooks, great option if you don't want to put holes in your wall. Okay? Now let me tell you about some warnings of pitfalls that you can run into when trying to organize your jewelry. Okay, now we're at the warning and pitfall part of my video. If you've noticed, I have this hanging here, and that was to tell you about one of the pitfalls, so I will tell you about that in a moment. I want to give you the 3 list of pitfalls first. First, don't try to match your life to a picture you find in a magazine. Now, I will tell you, I love Pinterest. I encourage you to go follow me on Pinterest. And I will put all the links below the video here, and I will also try to put it at the end of the video just to kind of help you remember, because it is you can use them as a tool to just create ideas or to help you think of ideas or possible solutions when you're really stuck. That is what photos are good for. That's what Pinterest is good for. That's what Home and Garden magazines and all their shows are good for. But don't fall in love with an idea before you think it through. Okay? Take time, think it through, look at the space you have, see if it's something that'll match you. Because so many times I have clients tell me, oh, I went out and I've got all this great storage solutions, organizing solutions, and they can't use anything because it doesn't fit. Or they didn't, which was my next warning, they didn't take inventory and sort things and purge them before they purchased the product. And that's when you do it backwards. You run out and you get the boxes or the pretty organizing solutions, you run into trouble because if you don't think it out. So use them for inspiration, but stop and think about what you need before you purchase it. Okay, that leads me to what this has been doing hanging here. I did that. I went out. When I had that change, when I moved my office into my bedroom, I just wanted a storage solution that was going to work because I didn't have enough space on this shelf to put my jewelry. And so I went and I found this. I thought, oh, perfect. I'll just hang it on the hook. It had all the spots in the front, you can see, for my earrings and little things. And then on the back here, it had all these neat little Velcro things that I could put my necklaces and bracelets. Right? Wrong. I didn't think. I didn't do what my third pitfall was measuring before you shop. You remember that old phrase, measure twice, cut once? Well, measure twice, buy once. Okay? Didn't even keep the receipt for this. So I'm going to just maybe give this to someone who I might think it'll actually work with. Here's the pitfall. I didn't measure. When I hang this up, okay, I want to make sure it's getting in the picture. If you notice, here's my shelf and it falls below it. Okay, so basically this bottom half is always going to, if I'm hanging it like this, it's going to always lay like that. I don't know if you can see that from that angle. But it's wasted stuff. I can't put it in the bottom. Now I could try to just pin that up or go like this so it would fit, but then I'm losing valuable jewelry storing space, okay? The next thing I didn't think about was this back side. Here's all these neat hooks for hanging things. However, when I hung something like this, even off the second to last, this necklace was so much longer, it actually hung below. You can't even see that. But it actually hangs below the bottom of it. So, and it was always clanking against the metal rod here. So I didn't think. I went out, bought it because I was frustrated. I needed a quick storage solution, but I actually caused myself more problems. It doesn't fit. So you need to, when you're getting a solution like this, measure from top to bottom. See if it's going to fit, because I know a lot of closets, if you're looking for storage in your closet, a lot of closets have this same scenario where they have the middle shelf so you can get double the hanging space. But with these, you got to measure and make sure it's going to fit in that space. A lot of closets have just one area that has places to hang your longer items. You can put it there, but again, maybe you won't have room because it's usually a smaller section of the closet that they do that with. So that is my warning. Think before you run out and shop. Really analyze your routines and take careful inventory of what you have. I did find out that this did not fit everything I need. So it's a great item. I'm not knocking it. I actually think it's great for things like dorm rooms, and anytime you don't have storage space or surface space, these are great solutions. Just measure first, okay? All right, I hope this tip clip helped. I hope I wasn't rambling too fast. Please contact me if you have any questions or comments. I'd love to hear your jewelry organizing ideas. I'll leave all the links below this video, and just good luck and happy organizing.